itself involved. Oh, if only there were choices I could make like in an RPG. I don't know, I think there are some RPGs where you don't actually have the ability to make choices and they're very linear. I don't think people generally like those, but nonetheless, I'm pretty sure there are RPGs like that. Sonohara Yuhei wishes to join your party. What'll you do? We can attack, steal, or use magic. It's interesting how none of them are actually a let him join. Let's try steal. Shh! That doesn't matter. If only that were the case, this would be much more enjoyable. It's nothing.
ほら、これからどうするんだよ。昼休み終わっちまうぜ。
岡崎さん、どうしましょう。
Oh, that's right. How about we ask somebody who actually knows about this school stuff? We don't really know anything about it, do we?
お前何年ここの生徒やってんだよ。
You're in the same boat as us. For now, we leave the hallway. You leave the hallway. What, were you in the hallway? Or were you in the classroom, or the room? There's a distinct difference between the two. The background makes it obvious that we're in the room, but the dialogue there makes it sound like we were in the hallway. Speaking of which, I wonder if that girl's there. I see the closed door right next to our club room. You didn't actually specify that she was in there, though, guys. You just said... you know, whatever. See if I can find my dice. And there we go. Okay, so, that'll be, we leave her alone, of course. Well, that was pretty obvious anyway.
誰に相談してみますか?
Yeah, who? Talk to the Fujibayashi sisters, ask the homeroom teacher. I'd imagine that the homeroom teacher would be best if you wanted to go and actually learn about it. But granted, considering our character is essentially supposed to be a delinquent in a sense, and so is Sonohara, it may not necessarily be the best of ideas to go and ask the homeroom teacher, because he'll probably drag us in to start talking about us for not doing our work or sleeping in class or whatever. So let's go to the Fujibayashi sisters.
姉妹って、姉は避けようぜ。妹の方だけでいいじゃん。
I don't know. I kinda like the older one a bit. Bit.
どういった方なんでしょうか?
She's an interesting character. In a sense, to be honest, at least in my opinion. My class rep.
委員長さんですか。それはすごい方です。
There's nothing impressive about it at all. She's doing it because nobody else wanted to.
そんなことはないはずです。人望がおありになったに違いないです。
It depends on your definition of popular. I wonder about that. As you approach the door to the classroom, Sonohara peeks inside.
うわ、やっぱり姉貴の方もいるよ。
That's fine. We can introduce Furukawa to both of them so that she can get both of their help. Or she can get help from both of them further down the line if it's needed. I grab Sonohara's shoulder, pulling him back. Hey, just go and get the younger sister, okay? I whisper to Sonohara so Furukawa can't hear.
うまくってどうやってだよ。
Well, for instance, just say that someone wants to confess to the class rep. That way even her older sister would be reluctant to tag along.
なるほどね。OK、行ってくるよ。
Good luck, Sonohara. You will probably need it. Sonohara enters the room triumphantly. Inside, Fujibayashi is sitting at her seat telling fortunes, surrounded by a bunch of girls. Sonohara forces his way through and begins his speech. The girls all look over at me in unison. Oh crap. I quickly hide myself. Now they all know it's me. Now they all think it's me.
連れてきたよ。
That worked well. Even though it was my plan, I'm still pretty impressed. Come here, Furukawa. I call Furukawa over, who's patiently waiting behind me.
はい。
Introduce yourself.
はい。3年 B 組の古川渚です。はじめまして。
So far, so good.
はい。D 組の藤林亮です。委員長をされてるんですよね。はい。
Okay, she's getting a little fidgety. I think she's a bit curious as to what the hell's going on and a bit surprised.
すごいです。私なんかにはとてもできないので憧れてしまいます。
Now you're actually making it sound like you're trying to confess your love to her or something.
いえ、そんなことないです。お話があります。聞いてもらえますか？ちょっと、待ってください。
Okay, she's gotten the wrong idea.
心の準備が。
Still has the wrong idea.
女の子とは思わなかったもので。変でしょうか？
You're making matters worse.
いえ、古川さんはとても可愛らしいです。でも、私なんかと、
I feel like drawing some roses for such a scene between these two.
なんか興奮するね。
I'm not surprised, Sonohara. I think that might be turning on a number of people if something like this were to happen in real life. You got that right.
実は私、
You know, I would have loved if they had actually put up sort of like a rose overlay. Maybe I'll have to try to do that in editing. We shall see. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll try. Make no guarantee that it'll happen, though. Furukawa begins to speak.
はい。
The class rep readies herself.
演劇部を作ろうとしてるんです。はい。
Thump. The throng of girls crowded by the entrance to the classroom crumble to the floor.
あんたたちね、よくも人の妹をからかってくれたわね。
Kyo stands up from amongst the pile of girls.
あんたもこいつらの仲間？
She draws close to Furukawa.
はい。仲良くさせてもらってます。あんた騙されてるのよ。こいつらと一緒にいたらダメ。
Hey now, we're not bad people. We're just not the best of people.
バカが映って二度と一般人に戻れなくなるわよ。
Now that is rude.
いえ、そんな悪い人たちではないです。
Now you're thinking she's delusional. It's not her fault. She thinks everybody is a good person deep down. And she glares in our direction. Her eyes look as though they're saying, "You guys sure managed to win her over, huh?"
あんた、こんなのしか友達いないの？よし。じゃあ、今から私たちが友達になってあげる。古川渚だっけ？ 渚って呼んでいい？と
I don't know why you seem so hesitant to accept her friendship, or her offer of friendship.
さあ行きましょ
Though I will admit Kyo is kind of pushy, so I guess that could be one reason why you might be caught off guard and hesitate to respond. Grabbing her hand, she led her away.
あ、僕のパンが。
Hey, Furukawa made a friend. I guess she doesn't need me anymore. Happy end. Yeah, right.
あの
Furukawa shakes her hand free of Kyo's grip.
どうしたの？3人で頑張ってるんです。今日までも頑張ってきたんです。それは私のお願い事で、夢で一緒に叶えてくれようとしてくれてるんです。そんな人たちを置いてはいけないです。
She's appealing to her desperately. Somehow, I feel grateful and relieved. Because it means not everything she did will end up, or she did up until now is meaningless.
そのご好意は嬉しいんですけど、演劇部だっけ？はい。本当にこいつらもそれを作るの手伝ってくれてるの？はい、本当です。
But do you actually know that for certain, Furukawa? I mean, it's very easy to tell you yes, we'll help you, but really we're not going to.
さっきはうちの妹に告らせようとしてたみたいだけど。
That's Sunhara's fault.
あんたでしょ。
ほら、罪のなすりつけ合いを始めた。こんな奴らが純粋に手伝ってるようには思えないけど。
He's helping out for the bread.
バラすなよ。
ますますきな臭くなってきたわね。
Not suspicious. We're not suspicious at all.
わかったよ。認めればいいんだろ。そうだよ。今のは僕が悪かったよ。
Now throw a textbook at him. Yeah, that's it exactly.
人が認めてんだからお前も認めろよ。
I didn't do anything guilty. Okay, fine. I guess I'm somewhat at fault too.
超ひねくれ者っすね。
Yeah, because I didn't do anything major. We just had a question for the class rep and wanted to talk to her alone. It wasn't something we wanted a lot of people involved in, so I'd like to say that we wanted to avoid you, but you might rip our limbs off. Our lips off, not limbs, lips. So anyway, please listen to what she has to say.
りょう、いい？いいよ。だってさ。はい。
We've taken up a lot of time. I guess it's my own fault, though.
それは多分。
The class rep begins to speak quietly once Furukawa finishes explaining the situation.
多分？顧問をつければいいと思います。ああ、そうよね。顧問。先生ですね。そうです。顧問さえつけば部として認められますし。
But don't we also need members? I mean, you can't really have a club with one person. It's not much of a club.
きっと生徒会からもかばってもらえると思います。
That's easy enough, so all we need is to find an advisor. There was a drama club last year, so that teacher should still be around.
そうですね。探してみます。でも一つだけ条件があったと思います。はい、何でしょう。入部希望者が3名以上。
Only 3? That's a surprise. I was expecting 5. But if it's only 3, we have 3 no matter which way you break this down. Because we've got Furukawa, we've got our main character and Sonohara, but granted, our main character and Sonohara don't want to join, obviously. Technically, we could go with Ryo and Kyo, but granted, I'm not sure if, realistically speaking, either of them are really interested in it. So, yeah. Technically speaking, it's possible if you can get them interested in it.
でもその点に関しては大丈夫みたいね。
Gail looks at the three of us. Furukawa stiffens.
今から職員室に行ってきたらどう？ちょっと待ってください。どうしたの？その入部希望者の数が。え？足りないの？
She looks at the three of us again. Sonohara looks out the window, hiding his face.
ここにいるだけで足りてるじゃない。私が一人。
Saying that, she indicates herself.
うん。それで、あとはそこの。以上です。
She looks over at us again.
あんたたち、手伝ってるって言ったばっかじゃないのよ。
Helping doesn't mean we're joining. Obviously, that's the way it works. Helping just means that we're helping.
それでどうして部員じゃないのよ。
We are advising her on how to try to revive the drama club.
演劇部を作る手伝いをしてるだけだよ。演劇になんて興味あるように見えるか？
Wow, you didn't have to say it so bluntly. Could have gone and beat around the bush like I just did. Sonohara cuts to the chase.
役立たずもいいとこね。
Sonohara is very much useless. I'll agree with you on that.
その入部希望者が一人では多分無理だと思います。
Probably. No, it's 100% chance that you'll be rejected if you have to have 3 interested members to create a club. Well, that's why we're consulting you. Isn't there something we can do?
無理言わないの。
役立たずもいいとこだね。
Sonohara, you're not one to be allowed to say that.
アウチ！言い返しただけだろ。そっちは張り手かい。
Because she's allowed to hit you, obviously.
カナブンが飛んでたのよ。
Well, there's your justification.
カナブン張り手したら僕のほっぺグチョーってなるだろ。
はいはい。
流された。
何にしても。
And we're just going to ignore Sonohara. During the commotion, Fujibayashi hangs her head and begins to speak.
こうして3人いるわけですから、入部希望者を装ってでも顧問を探しておいた方がいいと思います。
So she wants us to be ghost club members.
クラブの顧問をしていない先生は少ないですから。わかりました。
Furukawa gives a big nod and faces us.
お願いできますか？
She looks at me and Sonohara.
本当にそのまま部員にされないのならいいけどさ。
大丈夫です。
Oh, damn it! That's the third time I freaking cut it off.
でも先生に嘘つくってことですよね。
A little white lie never hurt anybody. Is how the saying goes, unless it's changed.
良くないことです。
It's alright. We can actually find an advisor, or if we can actually find an advisor, we'll want to join the drama club for real. But after finding an advisor, we'll act as if we came to dislike the club and leave. And in our place, new members will appear. Okay? Think of it that way.
新しい入部希望者って誰ですか？
Well, that you have to sort out on your own. Idiot, you're going to recruit them.
やっぱりそうですよね。
Furukawa's walk begins to slow.
でももし新しい入部希望者が見つかってもお二人には演劇部でいてほしいです。心からそう思います。
Okay. Uh-huh.
きっと楽しいですから。
And why is that exactly? If I might ask, why exactly do you think we'll enjoy it?
バカかこの子は。
Not necessarily stupid, but I think maybe a bit slow. Sunohara covers his mouth and whispers behind Furukawa's back. Hey, the truth is you're complaining about the poem, aren't you? Or the plan, not the poem. What the hell?
はい。
Well, never mind. Let's just focus on finding an advisor for now.
はい。
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Why do I keep doing that? It's like right when they get to the last part of what they're saying, I end up just hitting enter. Because I'm like, oh, okay, they're done. Finding a teacher I recognize, I ask him the name of the previous year's drama club advisor.
ああ、古文の高村先生よ。知ってるでしょ？
Uh-huh. I knew him pretty well, but I didn't know he used to be the drama club advisor. I guess there really weren't much club activities after all. Where is he? We searched the staff room. He's nowhere to be found.
今は生活指導室かしら。
わかりました。行ってみます。
What about the rest of us? Are the rest of us gonna stay back here and just wait in case for some reason he comes back here?
にしても衝撃的な組み合わせね。
何がでしょうか。
あなたのようなおとなしそうなこと、問題児2人が連れ添ってるなんて。大丈夫？
大丈夫です。お友達ですから。
Furukawa replies with a strong tone in her voice. Several teachers look over in our direction in reaction to her words. Although they had an incredulous expression on their faces once they looked over at me, they went back to their work. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that. It's a word I've never seen before, to be honest.
あと私も問題児ですから。
え？
ありがとうございます。
Furukawa bows her head, ending the conversation.
僕が職員室なんて入るのは決まってお咎めを受ける時だからね。連中の面見ただろ。今度は何事だって顔してたぜ。
Well, of course.
たまには普通のようで来るっての。
Really, Sonara, you've been there for normal reasons. I'm absolutely amazed.
つっ。
He violently kicks the door. Knock it off, we're leaving.
どこへ？
The guidance counselor's room, right, Furukawa?
そうです。生活指導室です。
そんなところ入っていきたくないんだけど。
Why? And just as we turn the corner, Kumura exits the guidance counselor's office with perfect timing.
ラッキー！ナイスタイミングだよ、ボジ。
Hey, Gramps, doing well?
何かの？
He turns his deeply wrinkled face towards us. Komura was my homeroom teacher when I was a freshman. It's thanks to him I got as far as I have in this school. Here. I pushed Furukawa before Komura.
私3年 B 組の古川渚と言います。
ああ、
もう一度演劇部の顧問を引き受けてもらえませんか？
ほう。
Gramps, we're reviving the drama club. This is a big thing, so please help us.
ほう。
What an irritating response.
うなずいておけばいいんだよ、ジジイ。
Sunohara impatiently places his hand on the teacher's head and tries to make him nod by force.
篠原さんダメです。
ん？
ちゃんと誠意を持ってお願いしないとダメです。
あるよ、誠意は。やり方が乱暴なだけなんだ。
気づいてるならちゃんとしてください。
お前誰のためにさ。
お願いします。
He removes his hands.
先生、どうでしょうか。演劇部の顧問、引き受けてもらえるでしょうか。
うん。
ありがとうございます。
いや、
どっちだよ。
Gramps, is there a problem? Tell us already.
2年生のね、仁科さんってことね。話をしてくれないですかな。
誰だよ、そいつ。
わかりました。行ってみましょう。
She quickly ends the conversation without asking any questions as if she wants to get Sonohara away from Kumura. What class is she in? That's all I need to know.
確か B だったような。
But what year? That's kind of important. Okay, thanks.
あるいは C だったような。
Oh my god, you're not helpful.
どっちだよ。
Hey now, if it's B or C, they're right next to one another. So shouldn't have too much of an issue.
多分 C だ。間違いない。
ありがとうございます。またお伺いします。
次までに早口の練習しとけよ。
With those as our last words, we leave. Did Rio and Kyo follow us, or did they just disappear after we had our conversation and decided not to stick with us all the way? That's what it seems like. We haven't heard them say anything. As we went up the stairs, the bell rang, signaling the lunch break. That is a long, long lunch break, it seems. Oh, it's already time.
気づかなかったね。
We must have all been focused on this. I guess we'll finish this up after school. Afternoon class. Lunch has ended and drowsiness has completely overtaken me. I was staring into space, listening to the teacher's voice that half seemed like a lullaby. It feels like the top and bottom of my eyelids are closing in on each other. Boink. Something hit my head. I see a piece of an eraser as I look at the floor.
岡崎。岡崎。
What? I'm about to go to sleep.
その前に外見てみろよ。
Outside?
校門とこ。また来てるんだ。
It came.
この前の可愛いやつ。
What did he mean by that? My eyes narrow from sleepiness as I tilt my head and look outside the window. And at the gate? Of course, there shouldn't be anyone there right now. Did I just see something out there? It looks like a small animal puttering around. It's snuggling its body at the wall of the gate and happily wagging its small tail back and forth. Botan? It's Gyo's pet. I'm pretty sure it was a wild boar piglet. Did it come to see Kyo again?
岡崎、授業中にどこを見ている？窓の外に黒板はないぞ。
No, but there might be a reflection of the blackboard in the window. But I highly doubt that ever crossed his mind. His voice suddenly jumps onto me as if some kind of a child disease. I turn my head towards him as I narrow my eyes due to sleepiness.
なんだその目は。授業を聞く気がないなら邪魔だ。教室から出て行け。
おい、岡崎。
なんだ？教師に暴力を振るつもりか？そんなことをしたら退学だぞ。
Wait. Okay, so he tells us to leave if we're not going to bother listening. So when we get up to go to leave, he thinks we're starting a riot. Really? Does he honestly think the majority of the kids in his class would even actually bother joining in on a riot in his classroom? I highly doubt